Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna. That's me right there shaking out a rug. Here on my channel, we don't always fix things, but we do make them less broken. Been a little while since the first episode of our media room makeover series, and I wanted to bring you up to speed on what's been going on. Kind of a lot has happened in the time since I uploaded that first one up until right about now. The biggest and most impactful thing that has happened to this space is that we finally got a couch. We actually got it back over the summer. I mean, I guess technically it is summer. Maybe I should say we got it back in spring. It's a compact sectional, so it is designed for smaller spaces, as this is a small space downstairs here in our, I guess, media room, or some might consider it a second living room. I wanted a sectional because we've been entertaining a lot more since moving to this house because we have so much space, and it's already seen its first party. I just love how it looks. I think it really brings the space together. Having a non-fabric couch is also different for us since we've always had fabric couches. With dogs, they're a lot easier to clean, so that's nice. The couch is from Wayfair, and I will link it below, and let me know if you have any questions. As you can also see, we've added some artwork to the walls. It's actually not completely finished. We still have this one last frame that has nothing in it. I put the frame up because it's the frame that I wanted up in the space, but we're still working on the last bit of art to go in it. And all of the artwork that you see is original artwork from our travels from all over the country. A couple of the pictures are actually gifts from my parents from their trip to Thailand. The main one right in the middle, the focal point one, that one is actually from an artist on Etsy, which I will link below. That one and the one to the left of it, of the kind of the cheers hands, those are both from Etsy. I'll link those below, but everything else is from a local artist. And then we have our built-ins also. I think the last thing you guys saw was me just putting in the cabinet bases. I had not yet put in the shelves. The shelves are in, and here's how everything is looking right now as I film this. It's the beginning of August, and I'm very much looking forward to decorating for fall. Building on that last point, what you see us doing right now is removing everything off of the shelves because we're actually going to do a little bit of modification to them. You can't tell from the angle, but ever since I put them in, the shelves have had a downward slant, and it's been really hard. My husband's messing with me. And it's been really hard to get them to sit upright or to sit straight. And what we're gonna do is make a little modification, make a little tweak to them, basically make it so that they sit straight. And then something that we're also going to be doing today is adding in a countertop, quote unquote countertop, to both of the side cabinetry built-ins there. So right now we're having a little family meeting and we're just measuring the shelves. All we were doing was putting a small piece of that wood that I got on the outer edge of the shelf for extra support. That way they wouldn't droop. All we're doing right now is just cutting the wood to fit. This was super easy. This was simple, very straightforward, and it made a huge difference. And now I finally feel a lot more comfortable putting some of my more, I guess, prettier display things on the top shelves. So this is the very last thing. We're finally putting some tops on the cabinets. We're using those two pieces of wood that you saw me purchase in Lowe's. As you can see, all I'm doing is measuring them to size and making sure we can get our cuts right. And all we're gonna do is paint them with a couple coats of the smoked salt paint, which is the same shade as actually the shelves above and the cabinets that you see. We put a coat of sealant on them, and then they were done. I'm calling these countertops in quotations because they're acting as countertops, but they're just pieces of wood. I was not married to getting like actual countertops, like a stone countertop or a laminate countertop or anything like that, because it's not a food prep surface. They're just going to be used for displaying my knickknacks and decorations and photos and things like that. So there you go. At this point, I think we can finally start decorating my mantle and my shelving for fall, and I'm super excited. Something I forgot to mention is these really cool under cabinet lighting that we added. I got the set on Amazon, and they do a lot of different variations. They do different colors, and they also do different shades of white as well. Sometimes they get a little bit out of sync, which is why the one on the mantle is a slightly different shade of white than the other ones, but it's easy to get them all back synced up. It comes with a remote. You can also set the lighting to settings like pulse or flash or strobe. I'll link those below. At this point, I think this room is 95% done. The very last thing is a console table for underneath our TV. I'm still on the hunt for that. I want to get a cool, like, vintage credenza to go under the TV, like a mid-century piece. I think that would be really cool. We have limited space though down there. I don't want to get something too wide that would make the space feel more cramped. So I've been perusing Facebook Marketplace regularly for a piece. All right. Anyway, thank you for watching episode 2 of this series, even though it's very clearly almost done. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.